Hey everybody, it's Stacy-Ann here from weatheranchormama.com, and today I just want to talk about marathon training while you're sick. Should you do it? What are some of the do's and don'ts? Now, as I've been talking about, I've been training for this half marathon for a while now. I give myself about 10 weeks or so, and I'm very prone to sinusitis, and I have a lot of allergies, and I recently went to the doctor to kind of clear things up just to make sure I'm not allergic to anything, because this time of year, springtime, you have the pollen count that's like high, you have mold that's high, you have all these things in the atmosphere that could affect your breathing and your training. So I decided to just do some research. I saw an allergist, and turns out I have a slight allergic reaction to dogs, and I think dust mites or something like that, but everything else I'm fine. Recently, I noticed like my sinuses started to act up again, and normally the doctor prescribes like over-the-counter stuff and like a nasal spray, which kind of helps, but then there are times when it really doesn't, and I'm just like, okay, what am I gonna do? And it does kind of affect my running, so I figured let me try and do some added research. First off, if you're in this predicament, you want to first see your doctor. I am not a health professional or anything like that. I'm not a nutritionist, but I just like to share a little bit of what I know, a little bit of what I've tried, and hopefully you'll benefit from that as well. So I went on this website. I've been like kind of Googling, and they always say, be careful what you Google and everything, but just kind of tracking other people's journey, whether it's a marathon or a half marathon like myself, and the consensus seems pretty much the same. They say if you're sick from the neck down, you may want to take some time off, maybe a few days, and rest up a little bit. If it's affecting you from the neck up, like myself, like it's kind of like, my nasal passages kind of clogged and kind of stuffy, you can kind of work through it. I say just listen to your body. The other day, I did my 9-mile run. I was fine at 9 miles. And then I took a day off, and then I said, okay, I'll follow up. I want to just get a quick run in. I think I did about maybe 3.5, 4 miles. And I felt fine. I actually did it on a treadmill because I had my kids. I was home alone and whatnot, so I couldn't just have them running in the park like, yeah, I'm gonna do my 3.5-mile run while you go over there and play. So I just went home, rested up a little bit, got up, got on the treadmill, and did those few miles and felt fine. But just within the last 24 hours or so, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so exhausted, I'm so tired, I'm so congested, and I've been taking different things, vitamin C, all these different things, just to kind of help with that. So one thing, they did a study. Okay, I'm just gonna read from here. Okay, so, there's a Dr. Neiman, the PhD. He's done like 58 marathons, and he suggests using the neck rule. Yeah, I've heard of that. So symptoms below the neck, like your chest, cold, bronchial infection, body aches, require time off. If it's anything above that, you should be okay. Now, in my case, I do have chronic, I don't want to say chronic, maybe not chronic, but I do get sinusitis like maybe a few times a year, so more often than most. And they say you really do have to be careful with that. What I also tend to do is I go according to how stuffy I feel, whether or not I can breathe properly or well. There's another, let me see. Okay. There was another thing about sinusitis that I wanted to read you guys. Okay. Another option for sinusitis sufferers is pool running. So if you're having trouble doing that, you can do pool running. They say water adds moisture to nasal passages. I do a lot of saline. Even though I do have the nasal spray, the over-the-counter stuff or stuff that my doctor prescribes, I do also do like a rinse with saline. I'll like kind of lean over and I'll just put it up, and then it'll come out, and then I'll do the other side, pull it come out, and then I'll like blow my nose just to kind of keep the moisture in there. So They say with sinusitis, when the air is dry, the nasal passages and mouth can lose moisture, and that could cause further irritation. So they say, they compare it to like a knee or a foot kind of thing. They say include treadmill running and running in the pool. So, which is kind of what I do. I don't run in the pool, but I do treadmill running as well. And I started to feel like I was just a little bit, I don't know, lethargic also. And I kind of just, last night I took the night off. And then today I'm kind of debating, should I go? Should I not? Should I take another day off and make it up tomorrow? I don't know. I'm not sure yet, because I do want to do my long run this weekend. I have 10 miles to go. So I'm just going to see where I'm at. And I do take things for just that overall healthy feeling. A friend of mine gave me like one of those packets with vitamin C. So I'm going to start taking that a little more so now. I do take like my B12 vitamins and also iron, so I don't feel so tired. And there are some drinks as well that are like all natural. Someone recommended coconut water, which is really good. Keeps you energized and keeps you from feeling like tired and just slow. And it does help with your speed. So those are some things that I'm going to keep in mind. So I think at the end of the day, when it comes to working out while you're sick, just listen to your body. I would consult your healthcare provider, have them do a quick workup on you, physical. That's what I did before I even started to train. I went and I did a complete physical just to make sure I don't have any symptoms or situations that I wasn't aware of, because it could be some intense training that could really weigh heavily on you. I also have arthritis, so I wanted to make sure that running would be okay, and I got some really good advice. With a treadmill, and I'll probably talk more about this in another video, the difference between the treadmill and the pavement, it's like you're not like pounding away at your knees, and then with the environment, you're getting all the stuff, the pollen, you know, when there are a lot of allergens in the air, it does affect your breathing and just your overall performance. And don't get me wrong, the day of the race, you have no choice. You gotta just do what you gotta do. But while you train, I mean, you do have some more time to play with. And you don't have to push yourself all the way until it's absolutely necessary leading up to the race. So I hope you find that helpful. I certainly have. I'm going to continue to do some research. And I think, again, most importantly, check with your healthcare provider. Listen to your body. Don't overdo it. I mean, this is just a race. It's not end all be all. You know, there are more races ahead. So I certainly, for one, have learned not to be so hard on myself. So that's it for now. If you have any questions, comments, would love to hear, leave them below, and subscribe and like this video. Subscribe to my channel. All right, until the next video. Bye. Have a great one.